Hello everyone and welcome back to the box office! Glicked is in full effect, although not quite as big as Barbenheimer. They tried to make it happen a bit late in the marketing game, didn't quite really work. However, both films are doing exceptional, and that's what we like to see, especially after the past couple weeks of a lot of movies really falling on their face, not doing as well as people hoped. It's great to see two movies thriving and succeeding, and one of them, Wicked, being the biggest opening weekend for a musical adaptation of all time. Let's dive into the charts now, shall we? Wicked, of course, came in first with $114 million in its opening weekend. Congratulations to Universal and everyone. That is outstanding. By the way, these are the Sunday estimates. Whenever the final Monday numbers are available, I will put them in the description below. Gladiator II came in second, making $55.5 million. That is nothing to sneeze at, especially with competition. That's counter-programming at its finest. Congratulations to Gladiator. Red 1 came in third, dropping 59% from week 1 to week 2, making another $13.2 million. Not the number that they wanted, nor the drop. That movie is going to, unfortunately, be a big financial flop. We'll see how it does at Amazon, but I'm not holding my breath. Coming in fourth, and sorry if I pronounce this wrong, Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin, that is not the tagline, that is the title, in its opening weekend made $5.1 million. It's the latest release from Angel Studios. And Venom: The Last Dance came in fifth, dropping 45% from week 4 to week 5, making another $4 million. So a very interesting week that we've had at the box office, and there's a lot more to get into regarding that, so let's go ahead and jump over to the numbers website and dive into these a little bit more, shall we? As you can see with Wicked, worldwide it has $164.1 million so far, and it's only going to go up from here. It was made on a production budget of $145. It's already made that budget back. It has a while to go before profitability. It needs to probably get around $330 million before hitting profitability, but that's not going to be a problem at all for this movie. Yes, it will have competition next week with Moana 2, but I see this movie having huge staying power. I think that this is going to be around in theaters, maybe even through Christmas, which would be outstanding. Gladiator II has $221 million worldwide because of that incredible international box office performance, because it opened a little bit earlier over there, and it's doing very well. The budget's not listed here, but I've read conflicting reports. I've seen some reports say it's going to be about 200, others saying about 250, and I've seen as high as like 360 something because they include all the back-end stuff. I don't pay attention to that. For the sake of argument, I'm going to say around 225. And if that's the case, it hasn't quite come into that production budget yet, but again, it will only continue to grow. I think this is also a movie that will stick around. Maybe not as much as Wicked because of the Wicked has the much higher cinema score, and that usually tends to show a staying power for the box office. So we'll see how Gladiator 2 does, but I expect it will end up doing very well for the studio and just for everyone, especially with the holidays coming up. Red 1 has $117 million worldwide, again on that budget of $200, only 0.6 times that budget back. It's not going to go much higher. I feel bad for everyone involved, but hey, sometimes them's the breaks. Bonhoeffer, Pastor, Spy, Assassin has only opened domestic, so it's at that 5.1 total. I did some digging, and I think the movie was made for a budget of around $15 million. Let me confirm that. 25, actually. It was $25 million. So has a while to go if it wants to be a box office success, but maybe whatever streaming deal they make, it'll end up being successful. We can only hope. Venom: The Last Dance now has $456 million worldwide. Last week I talked about, is it possible to get to 500? That's looking unlikely. However, it did make 4.1 times that budget, so you can't be too upset with that number if you're Sony. However, you do know that they wanted to make more than that, and that is the unfortunate part. Now here comes the most unrealistic portion of the show, my predictions that I consistently get incorrect, but we're still going to go for it. Moana 2 opens up, however, it opens technically on Wednesday, which is technically Tuesday night. So its actual opening weekend prediction is going to be a little bit lower than where it would come in because of the early opening. So my predictions are going to go as follows. Wicked number 1, again, I'm going to go with Moana number 2, Gladiator number 3, Red 1 number 4, and Venom number 5. I think Bonhoeffer might be dropping out of the top 5 this weekend just due to lack of marketing, really. Now look, if it has good word of mouth, it could stick in there over Venom. We'll have to see, but that's where I'm kind of predicting everything going in. We could see a bump for the best Christmas pageant ever. just because we're getting into the holiday season, has Christmas in the title, but although it's a bit unlikely in my opinion, but not impossible. But my official predictions will be Wicked, Moana, Gladiator II, Red 1, and Venom. What are your predictions? I'd love to see them in the comments down below, and if you're right, I'll shout you out on the show next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, be on the lookout for updates about the roundtable coming back. It should be very soon. And as always, we'll see you next time.